In the blasted ruins of a shattered world, only a handful endure. The lost, the opportunistic, the darkened. All playthings in the hands of the demon lords. Yet even in this darkness, a spark of defiance glimmers.
Yay! Sorry, I'll fix hail and... Look, it's sail and hail. It's confusing.
Hey.
Character swap day.
It feels like I'm always one of the two people that gets mixed up with another character.
It's because the screen is kind of small on my monitor because it's splitting with my notes, and so I don't have my glasses on.
No, I was just joking because you mixed up Nakul and Kothar all the time, and now it's Salith and Hannah.
Okay. All right. Let me pull up our notes so we can go over what happened last time. Okay. I'm just gonna read. It's pretty short how I wrote it, even though a lot happened. It says Dane. Okay. Hale confronts Dane for being a dick to his friend and was very upset about that. Dane made a bunch of excuses. He said he was once a squire. He did. These were excuses.
It's true, but damn.
He revealed he was once the squire of the Order of the Shattered Sun, an order trying to reconnect with the god Helios, the god of the sun. And he explained that keeping secrets from each other and not giving full truths is what got his order killed. He basically, this was his excuse for why he was bullying Julius. Because Julius, from his perspective, was keeping secrets. So Hale demands that he apologizes to Julius. And Dane was like, okay.
It's literally how it went, actually. That's like the exact vibe Dane gave.
I feel like the only one who has ever spoken to you this way was Danica. Because Danica definitely gets on Dane's ass when he's being rude.
Yeah.
She hates that. She's like, don't talk to people like that, Dane. We have to live here. I have to see them every day. They're our neighbors. Okay. So you guys made your way through the sanctum. While you were there, you found some treasures, which are in our brand new vault, which I'm also going to explain how the vault works. It's really exciting. You can actually go and click on it and look at what's inside, and you can actually take it. The things on the left are magical items. The things on the right are treasures that can be sold to vendors for monetary value. The rings and the ruby necklace were Fia's jewelry. We said that nobody wanted to take it because they felt weird about it. Because it was part of the treasure loot that I included, I let Salith take it because I figured Salith might not give a shit. I will let you take that back if you don't want that to happen.
She would not give a shit.
Okay,
Correct.
So you take it. Do you think you would wear any of it?
Yeah, I'm taking a look. Oh, do you mean, so are they...
So this ruby necklace and these rings you found in her bedroom at her vanity.
Is Salith vain? Let me consider this.
Okay, you consider that while I let you know. You guys can actually put items from your own inventories in here. You can use this to trade items with each other. You can also deposit gold in here. I will be using this as kind of a you found treasure this session. I'm going to stick it in here so you guys can help yourself.
How do I, is it just claim, how do I claim this?
I think
How
you
do I
just click and drag it into your inventory.
Okay.
But only do that if that's what you want to do. So while you sort all that out, you did find some items. I'll explain some of them more because, again, Ellie wasn't here, and I think she'd be really interested in hearing what these cool consumables can do. As you made your way through the sanctum, you learned a couple things. You learned that Fia kept a spicy signed portrait painting of Valentina by her nightstand. You also found that she, at least used to be, part of a vampire coven. And based on the information that you found some letters, you found some stuff, it seems like she's been hiding from this coven for who knows how long. And it seems like they recently figured out where she was because she had a crumpled up letter that was like, "Dear sister, what was lost is now found." And there was a projection of Fia in there, kind of acting as sort of a major domo who was taunting you the whole time. Revealed that it was when she got that letter is when she started using the Whisperers to search for magical items, especially defensive and weapons. So you could draw the conclusion that she was looking for tools to protect herself. You also found that she had discovered the Morning Stone, which was that amber that Dane found in the sewer, and that it has a twin, and that if you can collect both stones, they will be an artifact of great power. You don't know exactly what it could do. You just know it was important enough that Fia seemed to be obsessive over it, and you saw, according to some maps that were in her office, she had been sending Whisperers on delves across the city to try to places that would have magical items, like wizard towers and repositories and places like that. And so you were able to scoop up all of these journals and maps and stuff. Dane seemed particularly interested in finding this other stone, which is called the Gloaming Stone. And then you were able to get out. Did I miss anything?
Did we talk about Tisgar?
Oh, that's right. Sorry. That's the next
kind of
part
a
of
big
my
thing.
Yeah. Tiscar, the whole time you were in this place, was hearing like a muffled yelling, like someone calling to him, and he couldn't hear it, and he finally just like hunkered down and concentrated and was blasted with a vision of a giant soul that contained all the souls of every lizard folk that was and will be. And it basically said that it was dying and it needed his help. He started bleeding out of his eyeballs and out of his scales, and he became an oracle. He doesn't know what they need or why they need it, but now he realizes that the existence of his people are in massive danger. So, while JTC is AFK, I'm going to explain what these fun little items are. These items that are in the bag, in the vault, the ebony coal, the pixie blood, the profane prayer beads, shard smoke, succubus spittle, and unstable force shard, all of these are called catalysts. The way they work is, according to their description, if you use a bonus action to consume it while casting the spell it describes, that spell gets an additional effect. For instance, if you use Succubus Spittle as a bonus action while you cast the Charm Person spell, the spell affects 3 creatures instead of 1. If you use your bonus action to consume the Unstable Force Shard while casting Magic Missile with your action, all of your magic missiles will hit one target, and for every missile that hits, they will explode, and all adjacent creatures around will take 2 additional force damage. Makes it like little explosions. So each of these affects a different spell. You also got like the formulas for these, and if you take it to enchanter vendor, which Dane and Rin would know where to find that. that will now be available in their inventories for you to buy. So you can. This can be part of your kit. Is these catalysts, and I will be adding more catalysts as we progress.
It's
As-
not something I can.
You would not be able to make
Synthesize.
this. No, you. And even if you could, it would take a lot of time. It would be like 3 days for one. So you could, but we are going to be introducing the crafting rules, the 2024 crafting rules. It would basically take you 3 days and 50 gold to do that, when you could just buy them for 40 gold from a vendor.
Are they consumed on
Yes.
use?
Yes. They are consumed on use. So there's stuff that you can just like keep in your like pack if you want like an extra little mwah to your spell, and it would consume your bonus action. So it's like so yeah, that's how that would work. The other item we have in here that is not from base game is the Grim Sandglass. It is what is known as a spell heart. If you take this item and attach it to your armor, you will have a little bit of necrotic damage resistance. You will take 5 less necrotic damage if you take damage. If you attach it to your weapon and you can cast the Chill Touch cantrip through it with your action. If you do it this way, you can then use your bonus action to make a weapon melee attack that will have an additional 1d4 necrotic damage to that strike. So that's what this would look like. I use my action to cast Necrotic Touch, or Chill Touch, and then I use my bonus action to stab the guy next to me in the eye, and he's going to take the stabbing damage plus 1d4 necrotic damage. You don't have to take that bonus action. It just gives you, by having this this spell heart, you will always be able to cast Chill Touch through it. And it is not consumable. It's an item.
Cool.
And then, of course, we got these other items. Oh, if you want to see what they do in the vault, you can right-click on it and click View, so you can not be lost.
I would love if I could have the ebony coal and the profaned prayer beads, but I don't want to be greedy if somebody else wants them.
I
Take
I think you're the only person that can cast Bless.
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead and take the profane
can't-
because you're the only one who can cast that spell. Can you take it?
I don't know how.
You can.
Try double clicking or try opening up your inventory and dragging it into your inventory.
Neither
Under-
have been
You
working.
can also
Under
go.
actors, there's like the loot tab, and then if you open it up,
Oh,
Oh. That
that's
also works
easy.
really well.
and then if you
Okay.
can I have the succubus spell?
Yes.
Mhm.
I did base these first ones off of spells I think you guys know, and I will be adding to this. This is a Pathfinder type of item, so I had to do some like homebrewing to make it
Mhm.
work. But there will be more. As you discover them, you will unlock them in the store.
Mm.
Is it working? Are you figuring out how to?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's working now.
Okay. Wonderful.
Okay.
Who we could figure this out later and just yeah.
Gabriel says, "Can I have succubus spittle?" Saileth to Meg.
So true.
I don't think any of us have Fog Cloud, and I don't. Does anyone else have Fairy Fire? I can take that.
Yeah, you should take that.
Go ahead and take it. I have it, but I don't use it as often.
You will be able to buy it eventually. Oh, the other thing. So I did make it a note of this. If you do want to learn how to make these, Rin, I have made rules for copying the formula. So you could give these formulas to the enchanter so that they can stock it in their inventory, but you can also make a copy of it so you can hold on to it if you want to use your downtime to craft, which you guys will be allowed to use your downtime to craft.
I'll go ahead and
This
take
is so
formulas if
This
anyone
is really cool. I like it.
doesn't
Yeah.
object.
What'd you say, Rin?
So I'll take the formulas if anyone doesn't object.
Yeah.
Dane wants the formula. No, just kidding.
Oh,
Where did I put it? I put the formula somewhere.
It's in the loot container.
Give
Oh.
me the formuoli, Dane says.
Um,
Where did I put it?
the only one that I'm really uncertain about is who wants the spell hard, because it gives chill touch.
Yeah, I'm interested because of the necrotic, the negative
the-
5 necrotic, and then I can bonus action slash
You have to
slash
pick-
somebody.
You have to pick one or the other. You either affix it to your armor, which gives you the resistances, or you affix it to
Mhm.
your weapon. But you can cast Chill Touch no matter what. If you want that bonus action attack, that's like you would affix
That's
it
the
to your
weapon.
weapon. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm down for that.
It would work
But if
best
somebody,
for
but I already took an item,
okay.
so if somebody else wants it, like,
We also have the
Nick-
brooch of shielding, the Bloodwell
Ring of
vial.
Jumping.
Bloodwell vial +1. That is a sorceress thing, so that defaults
Yeah.
to Salith.
Okay,
Yes.
And then
Yeah,
Ring
the
of Jumping and Feather
the
Token.
brooch of shielding is cool, but I don't think that's a Dane thing as much.
It's just a general defensive.
Yeah, but I feel like that would be better used by a mage class than like somebody who already is pretty resistant to most things.
That's true.
JTC, I don't know if you've been trying to talk. We haven't heard anything. I just see your mouth moving sometimes.
No, I.
Okay.
Sorry,
okay.
internet's struggling. Internet's struggling.
Just making sure that
I'm
you
just
are-
I'm just pouting over here.
Your audio is crisp, though. Just
Yeah,
want to let you know.
it's
Beautiful.
It's good, very good. Never been better.
Did you say that the rest
Um,
of the formula is in this box?
It was claimed now.
Oh, Rin has
Somebody
it.
took
Gotcha,
it.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
which was I.
It should tell you the rules
It was I.
on how it works. Because you don't just
Um,
automatically get it. You have to like make a copy of it.
Yeah, I'll take Ebony Coal if nobody else wants it.
Go ahead and take it.
Okay, if you insist.
Looking at the loot, I don't see the vial on there anymore. Like I
Yeah,
see it
so
in the group.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not in the
And
takeable
Mm.
container.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not.
It's in the group vault.
No, it's-
Oh, oh,
Chest.
oh! You guys are looking at that one. You know what? I will go ahead and just pop it over for you. You guys are claiming
because
it.
we weren't able to interact with
Yeah.
the vault at all.
That's weird. Hold on. Maybe I could fix that. Because you're supposed to be able to configure.
But yes.
Other settings.
Chat, while we're figuring this out,
access.
Streamloots. Go to streamloots.com and buy all of our Streamloot stuff
What
so that you can
enables all of it?
affect our game. Maybe we could add some of these consumables in there. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't make up the rules,
Oh,
but it's a suggestion.
I need to add you guys to the access. Hold on. I got you. Yeah, because these have. I like it from the vault better. They have like tokens and shit or items. I think that's everybody. Wait, no, I did it in a weird way. His car. Dane. Rin. Save. Okay, now can you access it?
Good question. Hold on. Can you see if you can drag it in, Ellie?
It doesn't let me move it.
Huh. It's weird. Here, maybe I have to show it to you guys.
Yeah. Is there another permission, like, for us to interact with it, like,
Let
as
me see.
owners?
I thought I made it. You know what? I'm gonna right click, configure ownership. Owner.
Also, let me
want that.
let me reload too, because maybe.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and check
Oof,
that
can you-
up.
Do the Streamloots command? I don't know if it's...
I think
Oh.
Boris is offline right now.
Oh, I haven't turned it
Oh.
on. Sorry.
Oh, once I reloaded, it let me now, so I can right click take.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Take everything.
Yeah, so
It's all mine.
whatever you took from the other thing, that's the old version, I guess. Just replace it with the new version.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to
Who wants protection from magic missile?
Who wants it?
But Hale wears armor, so not Hale.
Yeah, brooch of shielding.
Uh,
I mean, I can take it if no one wants it.
I clicked refresh and it logged me out.
oops.
Um, I do not want that, so if somebody else wants to take it, it's fair game for sure.
Okay, I'll even take
Go ahead and grab your
like,
ebony
take?
coal. Yeah, yeah, you can take everything from there. I think you guys can deposit stuff too if you want to.
Probably.
But I already have the ebony coal from the.
Delete the old one. This new one is the more recent version because that was what you guys saw was my first iteration of how do I make a loot pile, and then
See.
yeah.
I see.
I'm gonna keep the formulas because it's not in here.
Yeah, keep the formula. I need to make a copy of it for my own use.
Dane, you seem to like to leap into battle. Would you like the ring of jumping?
I see what you did there.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Woo!
Are these gems all valued the same?
And they
No.
have different values. This
You inspect them, it'll tell you.
you will be able to sell those to vendors for money, but before you do it, make sure you tell me you're planning on doing that so I can just double check to make sure that the vendor will give you full price for it because usually vendors give half price to sold items, but I'm changing it so that loot category, which is like, you know, not just for junk for selling for making money, should give you 100%.
Just for clarity's sake, can I unattach it from my armor and put it on my sword afterwards, or
It
is it a
takes-
one-time thing?
You can. It takes 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, cool. In response to Hale's jumping remark, Dane just goes. Dane just looks at him and puts the coal on his chest, and you just see the reaction happening of his armor. I'm not sure what happens, but it does. It sure does. And then Dane's just like staring at him while it happens.
You're fixing the grim
Yeah,
hourglass.
it's on my armor.
Okay.
Yeah, you should take the sandglass into your inventory then.
Yeah. From the group
Oh,
vault.
what is it?
Get the grim sandglass from the vault.
I thought the coal was the
The
thing.
coal is not that. The
No.
coal gives you burning hands, or not
Oh,
gives you,
how do
but
I
it
get it
modifies
back?
burning hands.
You should be able to put it back in there.
You should be able to click and drag it
Oh,
in
there it
there.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad, guys.
Oh, you're fine.
Um,
Go. Yeah. Okay.
I
save
do.
it,
burning.
I
though.
do the.
It
I
is a
do. I
whip.
do the grim sandglass instead.
Hell yeah. So it's on your armor. So I imagine you like it's
Yeah.
like on a long chain, and it's like
Oh yeah,
Well, if you
Dane
want
like
to.
Dane at first just tries to like smash it into his chest, and then like realizes that you just have to like put it over your neck, so he just does that instead.
that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if you want to tie it around the hilt of your sword at any time, then you'd be able to do that. But yeah, you can cast Chill Touch with it. You should be able to actually drag Chill Touch from the description into your spell book.
Ooh.
Just make sure you know if you ever get rid of that to take it away.
Anyone else who is going to be in the fray would probably want this ring of jumping. Not so much.
That could also have uses outside of combat.
That's true. I am scared of taking the ring of jumping because there is no guarantee that the shock of landing won't just collapse me.
You guys can leave it in here if you haven't decided to. This is going to be your group vault for unclaimed things or saving things.
We'll find it later.
Yeah.
Is Tisgar still glowing?
Yeah, is Tiscar still glowing? Or are we?
I
I think
don't
everyone,
think we're
everyone else is glowing.
I don't think we're
right?
in like I think this would have been how you divvied up loot as you were traversing Quest and Chaos. Thank you so much for the raid. But I guess yeah, when you leave the tower, what are you gonna do?
I need to make sure that Julius gets home. Do I see him? Is he like around the tower? Did he
Roll
skedaddle?
Roll investigation. Let's see if you're ever gonna find this motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
You keep finding him
24.
and then sending him on his way. 24.
I keep missing the quest items needed to bring him with us.
You look around and you actually notice his footsteps coming out and heading down the street towards where the exit of Rosewood and the entrance of Mother's Love would be. As a refresher, Mother's Love is outside of Rosewood. It is along a street that is called Iron Street. So if we ever say Iron Street, we're referring to Mother's Love and its adjacent amenities.
You should find Julius. I will talk to Mother.
I hope you don't die, but yes, that was what I was planning to do.
I hope I also live. Dane turns on his heel and walks towards the Mother's Love.
Is that where you're like
We're
saying
all
goodbye?
walking-
Everyone's going in the same direction.
In the same direction.
Dane just walks first.
Do you just hold back a few seconds to give a comfortable distance before you also start going?
I swear I'm not following you. His footsteps just also lead this way.
Okay, so you guys are going that direction. Salith, where are you going?
Yeah, I guess she would also be. She's expecting to get payment from Mother
Okay.
for bringing Julius back. So
Okay. Would you be
have that
going
too.
with Dane since you heard him say, I'm going to go talk to Mother?
I think so.
Okay. You two go on. Rin, where are you going?
Rin's gonna take his new catalyst formulas and take him back to his lab so he can
Okay.
informally copy them.
Okay. And again, just to make sure you understand, to make the copy of the formulas, the process takes 2 hours and 10 gold per formula. There are 6 total formulas in here. So just make a note to yourself which ones you're starting at, and you can, if this is like all you're gonna do until bedtime, until we change the day, then
Is it 2 hours per formula?
per individual. So this is a book of formulas, book of 6 formulas. So yeah, 2 hours. It's very similar to copying spells into a spell book as a wizard. So the cost is expensive inks, the pages, all that stuff, all that stuff. So yeah, so you can go ahead and do that. DM me which ones you take care of, and I will make individual formula for you so you can have it in your formula book that you can keep with you forever, like a wizard book.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. I need to
Remind me, last session we went into Fia's bedchambers and we saw a love note from Valentina. Is that correct?
Not a love note, a painted, a portrait of her in a very spicy pinup pose with an XOXO
Thank you.
signed.
Okay.
And you have that with you?
Hale has that.
Oh, Hale has that.
Hale has
it.
that, but Dane saw it. That's all I need to know.
Yeah. Okay. And then Tizkar.
He needs to go wash the copious amounts of blood off of himself.
Okay.
Is there a bath in Danica Dane's house, or do I need to go to a bathhouse?
You can take a picture from Dane and Danica's house and pour it on yourself outside. But there are bathhouses. There's one in the Pillar, and there's one in Iron Street next to Mother's Love. They're kind of spendy.
He doesn't know the concept of a bathhouse. He's gonna go home.
Okay, yeah. So you're just
He's gonna slowly hobble his way home.
They don't have like a shower or a bathtub, but there would be a tub you could fill with well water and like take a rag and clean you. I think that's how a lot of people do it. Okay. Let's see. Dane and Salith are ahead. So I think you arrive here first. Let me stick you guys where you actually would be. I think you would arrive down here. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Mother's office is on the second floor. It's not represented here. I just wanted to stick you here so that you could enjoy the sights. Oh, why can't I see anything? I'm gonna put Hale out here too. Hello? Hello? Hale, you are my eyes for the chat. You guys arrive on Iron Street. There is a sizable line out the door to get into Mother's Love. It is a busy night. There's carts kind of parked along the side of the road. There are a bunch of tents lined up outside with tables and chairs where people are sitting outside, drinking, flirting with some of the courtesans who are outside, kind of like, enticing them, inviting them to come rent a room. Yeah, it's pretty lively. Are you going straight in?
Yeah, Dane does not break pace at all. He doesn't wait in line. He just walks through towards the front door.
All right. You scoot your way in. Some of the customers are kind of grumbling because it looks like you're skipping the line.
He looks over at them.
The door guy. What kind of door guy would we have?
Either a big softy or a giant man or a very small man that's brimming with muscle.
You
Very
see,
dense man.
there is a very muscular, dense halfling with a little crown of 6 horns over his head and a deep navy blue color to his skin, and he has
Is he, the regular bouncer?
He's one. Yeah, I would say he's one of the regular bouncers. You guys probably know him.
Salith is just gonna nod to him as she follows Dane.
He sees you too. This man isn't known for smiles. He has a very face, but he takes the rope and he just stands. And when people kind of throw up their hands, he gives them a glare, and they just kind of enjoy your stay.
Thanks, Demetrius.
Okay, I
You've
gotta
lost weight.
fucking write this name down. Thanks. My wife's got me on salads now. Fucking salads.
Dane walks in.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get my notes.
Demetrius.
Demetrius.
I met somebody named Demetrius yesterday in real life.
Holy
That's
shit.
awesome.
Demetrius. Halfling grad.
It was very strange. He called me Mademoiselle.
Yes.
That's the guy that called you
That is
Mademoiselle.
literally.
Yeah.
This is the bouncer now. That guy that you met is the
He
bouncer.
calls everybody Mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle.
He nods at Salith. Mademoiselle.
Like,
Nods at Dane. Mademoiselle.
So,
Dane's like heard it so many times from me, he just nods.
yeah, he's the girls love this guy because he is the one that will rip a guy like by the scruff of his neck and just throw him out. And even though he's short because he's a halfling, he is like a cannonball of muscle.
Yeah, you can't wrestle with the guy. Low center of gravity.
Yeah,
It's too much.
he could pick you up by your ankles and just okay. Yeah, you walk in, and as you get, you find that you have to maneuver like around the tables. They're all packed. Rowan is on the stage over here just playing. There are a few girls doing a little dance on the main stage. Azazel's got his hands full. He's pouring drinks. He'll make eye contact with Salith and give her a little wink and a smile. Salith, you notice Megara is sitting on a customer's lap. They have like little shots. You notice the drink that she has is Moonlit Elixir. You can tell because of its kind of unique little glow. And she's just kind of sitting there. She's got her like legs kind of crossed at the ankles and is like, you know, swishing her thing. And she just is like doing her charming little smile. Her like black curls are tumbling over her shoulders. And I think at some point she would turn and she would see you.
Salith's gonna give her a little wink.
She's gonna smile and then she's gonna lean over and whisper into the man's ear and then stand up. He gives her like a little booty smack and she goes and then approaches you and Dane, though she doesn't make eye contact with Dane. She looks like a little, she goes, "Hey honey, I haven't seen you in a
Hello.
minute."
She glances over to the person whose lap she was sitting on. Is he treating you well?
Hopefully. I'm trying to talk him into one of the upper rooms. I think he's got money. He's friendly enough.
Has the little vampire been in?
I think I saw him outside. He looked a little troubled. I feel bad for the poor kid.
Does he live here? Out of character, I'm asking.
You don't know. You just know
Yeah.
he's around a lot. You know that next door to Mother's Love is a motel, hotel kind of situation that many of the people who work there stay in. They usually have a roommate, almost like a dorm. But you don't know where he lives. You just know he's around a lot. He kind of like follows Mother around like a lost puppy dog who doesn't have a mother anymore.
I need to speak to Mother. Is she here?
I think I saw her upstairs. She's talking to some rich guys. They're bringing their girls in, visiting girls. You know, there's going to be a lot of people coming in the next few weeks. This place is going to be really busy. So if you don't see me around, I'm not trying to avoid you. I'm just, you know. Though I was hoping that after things slow down later tonight, we could spend some time.
Yes, come find me later.
Okay, I will. Oh, by the way, Moonlit Elixir is really good. Zaz made it for me, said it's for you.
That's what I've been saying.
Well, I'll see if I can get these guys to buy it. Maybe I can get you a cut in since, you know, it's yours.
So kind, darling.
She gives you a little peck on the cheek, and then she kind of looks at Dane and gulps, and then is like, "See you later," and then goes back to her customer. She like leans in, gives him a little back rub, and then puts herself back on and is like chatting, very like lively.
She glances to Dane. Not a fucking world.
What would I say?
glares at him. She's gonna head towards the bar.
Dane walks over to the bar as well, and then tries to get to talk to Azazel before Salem does.
Hold
Like
on.
intentionally steps in her way.
Let me get Azazel on the screen. Da, 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 da. It's loading. Oh, here we go. Okay. Boom. Azazel is got his hands full. He's pretty busy. He's pouring drinks. There's people kind of leaning up to the bar. Some of the drink girls that work here, so not the courtesans, but just more like the servers, are like filling up their trays with all kinds of drinks, and it's a bit crowded. He'll be like, you know, smiling, doing all this thing, and then he'll see Dane approach, and he'll see Dane and Salith.
Dane just like cuts through the crowd, like goes right up to like the front of the bar and just goes, Azazel,
Dane?
I believe Valentina is expecting me.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome to go upstairs. She'll see you.
Very well. And Dane like turns around, he looks at looks down at Salith and just goes, your turn. Walks up the stairs.
Usual?
Surprise.
The usual,
Yeah.
babe?
Yes, surprise me.
Oh, surprise you, huh? Okay, okay. How do you feel about a little dessert wine? I have a little extra. It's expensive, but the customer didn't
Why
finish
not?
his bottle. All right, he is going to pour you a red spiced wine that has a very syrupy texture. It's a very expensive wine, so he'll like pour it into one of the wine glasses and pass it over. Don't tell Mother. I'm not supposed to be giving leftovers without making you pay for it.
She takes a sip.
It's fairly sweet and it is thick. It's almost like syrupy, but it's got like notes of berries and fruit, and it's you could tell why it's expensive. I don't know if Salith enjoys the pretentious alcohols,
I
but
think she does.
yeah, okay, then you would like this. It is called a Tangalus or Tanaglus.
Okay, usually dessert wine comes in like a teeny tiny little glass, like it's meant to be like
Oh yeah,
just like a tiny little. Anyways, so she finishes it before she goes upstairs behind Dane, so that Mother doesn't see.
yeah. When you're done, you can put your little glass on one of the girls walking by, and she'll just give you a little. Okay, so So when you walk through this little hall, it's like a hall, and there's stairs at the end. But each of these is a door, and you can hear behind the door the excitable moans and squeaks of lovemaking, the pounding of beds, the slapping of asses. It is a booked night. You make your way upstairs. There are more rooms up here, the nicer rooms, more expensive rooms, but you go all the way to Mother's office.
Wait, Salith
Oh,
wants to see how Dane reacts to that.
What am I reacting to?
the sounds of
The
sex behind
sounds
the door.
of yeah.
Dane doesn't like this is Dane's face to this. He's really unaffected. He's been in here like thousands of times before. He's heard a lot of it. So
Okay.
but you do notice like his posture's like his hands are like up by his chest and he's making sure that he's not intruding at least.
I think as you're walking by, one of the doors opens and you see
Yeah.
a guy sweaty, like button his hands back up, with the lady on the bed behind, just kind of like, and he kind of almost bumps into you, and he goes, Okay, you go upstairs. Again, you see, I think the upstairs has a balcony that overlooks the bottom floor. And you see people like leaning over the banister, some like couples kind of talking quietly. Many of the rooms are taken, and you make your way to Mother's office, which is opened just a slight crack.
Dane kind of just peeks in to see if they're like in the middle of a meeting or if they're free.
You just notice that Mother is furiously filling out paperwork, and she looks like she's like looking at applications, and she's just kind of like,
Dane does a very firm but polite knock on the door.
"Come in. Debt collector, is that you?"
It's almost like you saw me coming.
No, I can smell you from 2 floors down.
Exactly.
Well,
Heard you wanted to see me.
before I talk to you, Saleth, is that you, darling?
She like pokes her head through the door.
Have you found our little friend?
She glances at Dane like, has he not been in?
When I said I needed my vampire, I meant I needed him in this room.
I have.
What is the problem? Why has he not come home? And then she looks at Dane. Is it you?
Julius is afraid.
And why would he be afraid?
Because I'm scary.
You are a brute. Intimidation is the only tactic you seem to know. But it seems like you are learning very quickly that does not work on everybody.
I know it doesn't work on you.
Of course not. You are not scary to me. But you seem to be scaring away my little friend, even when I have asked him to be brought here.
If something needs to be collected, maybe I'm the man for the job.
Saleth, close the door.
However,
She closes.
She stands and she
as
holds
soon as
a
you say that,
hand.
yeah, he stops.
She says, and then she like takes her little fan. Listen, and you see her little seals just vibrating as she gets closer. I appreciate a good intimidation tactic, just like the next lady. But if it's not going to work, you need to switch tactics or step the fuck back and let someone else handle it. If you are going to constantly make things worse than they already are, then we are not going to need your services here. Do I make myself clear?
Sticks out her tongue at Dane.
give it to Hale.
I think I will. But if I ever find out that you are threatening those within my circle again, we are going to have words. Do you understand?
Didn't realize they were a part of your circle. And
You
if I
didn't
did,
realize that Julius, the one I've been asking you to recover for me, the one who follows me around like I'm his mother, isn't part of my circle?
there's a lot of people that are a fan of you.
That's not
Like-
a statement.
And then he goes, like Fia.
Her eyes shoot to you. And she narrows. What the fuck did you
No.
just say?
Whisperers have many secrets.
And you will keep them that way.
Of course.
Whatever it is you thought that you saw stays with you.
Exactly.
Now go find my fucking vampire. For God's sake, Gratz's cock.
Dan immediately walks out.
Saleth, keep an eye on that motherfucker. He's going to ruin things for a lot of people if he doesn't get his temper under control.
Yes, mother.
And tell Zaz to stop giving away freebies. That is expensive dessert wine. I can smell it from here. Your tongue is bright red. Oh my gosh. And she just starts
Okay.
like
Ooh, and she slips out the door.
Dane, Salith, you would definitely see as Dane like walks out, he takes like a huge breath. Okay. And then goes down the stairs to Azazel and just goes, "Mother says no more freebies," and walks out the front door.
Salith mouths behind him.
he goes, let's cut real quick to Hale, who is a bit behind. You are looking for Julius. You follow his little footprints. You see that they are starting to go to the Mother's Love, but they kind of veer off to in between buildings in the alley, where the kind of kitchen exit for Mother's Love is, right next to the bathhouses are. And as you follow the little road in kind of through the trees and the bushes, you see Julius with his knees pulled to his chest, and he's just kind of staring off into the cobblestones.
Hale is going to approach him and then, like, not face him, but face the same way he is. Kind of lean up against whatever he's curled up against.
Oh, hiyo. Made it back, I see. He doesn't look at you.
We
He
made it.
keeps staring forward.
Yes, we made it back just fine.
Well, that's good. Glad nothing bad happened to you. Sorry about what I said about your friends.
No, you were absolutely right.
It's just
I
hard,
had
you know?
I had a talking to with the tax collector.
He just kind of doesn't know what to say, so he...
He's going to apologize to you. Whether or not you accept it is your choice alone.
I'm not trying to be weak. I just... Ever since she's been gone, I don't feel like a whole person.
I will tell you, even though I call you Gopher, you are my only friend here.
His eyes tear up just a little bit. Thought you said we weren't friends.
Well, I can't have everyone knowing that you're my friend.
Well, that would be terrible. Think of what it would do to your reputation. Friends with a little
the
vampire
reputation.
spawn with no master.
I'm the skeleton that lives in a closet and ends up in corpse piles. There's not much reputation.
Ah, you might have a point there. That is kind of low.
Just a little bit.
Said Mother's looking for me.
She is. But
She wants the
I would-
stone.
she wants the stone.
The stone that you found. She wants it. I thought if I threw it in the sewers, it would be done with. It'd be gone. When you found it, you weren't supposed to find it. No one was. It was supposed to go into the sea and never be found again. That thing brings death and destruction, and I just don't want it to hurt anyone anymore.
Well, it's been found, so we must deal with it.
You should throw it away if you can. Mother's gonna ask me where it is, and I'm not gonna tell her you have it. So she's probably
I
gonna...
don't have it.
Well, your friend. Your unfriend. Your tax collector. The big scary guy with attitude.
If you call him my friend one more time, I am going to slap you.
I will...
Gently, but slap you.
I can't say I want to be slapped by a skeleton hand.
It probably is going to be leaving streaky marks on your face, yes.
Mother's gonna be mad when I don't tell her where it is. I'm gonna tell her it's lost. Don't tell her you have it. She will probably kill you to get it.
Why does she want it?
The magical artifact that caused Thea, my mistress, to lose her mind. Lust for power. Everyone in this city wants power. Something you don't know what you have.
We found Fia's notes on it.
You guys are gonna get in a lot of trouble.
There's no forgetting what we saw.
I guess you're gonna look for the other.
I think they will.
You might want to keep an eye on him. I know you say you're not your friend, but that's dangerous.
Given what I know of the stone now, yes, I think I need to keep an eye on them. It would help if you came.
Is he just gonna yell at me?
Oh, if he does, I'm going to probably stab him. But,
Well, I would pay a lot of money to see that, so I guess I have to come now. Plus, I have a really big backpack. You can stick all your stuff in it.
Your backpack's only big enough for my clothes.
Well, I just tell you that so you can't bring 2 sets of clothes.
Rude.
You used to be a drow, didn't you?
Yes, I still am.
Sorry. Just skelly face. I used to be one too. Anyways, I better go. Let Mother know I'm here. I know your other not friend is getting paid for my return. Wouldn't want to disappoint.
Let's go together.
Okay. And he'll like stand up, brush himself off. He'll drag his backpack out from hiding behind a bush.
Totally not hiding behind a bush.
There's like one little branch, and then you boop, and then he puts his backpacks on. You know, I know you like magic stuff. A lot of those places that Mother was, or Fia was looking for the other stone are very magical. Might find something fun in there.
That did seem a little bit more interesting than just following around the misfits on whatever random errands they were going on, so...
The world before all this had lots of magic that's been lost. It's kind of fun to discover, or discover old technology. Oh, maybe you guys will like it. Just be really careful about that stone. It's the reason why the Whispers don't exist anymore. They were very powerful. They had so much influence. No one thought that they could fall. So, just be careful.
Well, considering that even the houses of old have fallen, I am not surprised.
He kind of nods in agreement. And as the two of you kind of like pick yourself up to go in, let us move to Tiskar. You are all alone at Dane's house. You think it's late. It's hard to tell because time is weird here. The clock tower does show time, but I guess you wouldn't know that because you probably didn't have clock towers in the jungles of Mestika.
Probably not.
But no one is home. You know, Dane went to Mother's Love. Rowan is working. Danica isn't home, but as you're kind of like drying yourself off and like folding clothes, you see the door open. Danica is walking through, and before she's like looking out the door, and she just goes, "Hey, thanks for the walk home. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow." And then Dane's face. Sorry, that took me out of it. Yeah, and then she'll turn around and she'll go,
What?
"What? You don't want your sister to walk home alone, do you? It's dangerous outside."
Oh, it's dangerous, all right.
It's fine.
Dangerous.
It's dangerous.
No, there were no switching sounds, but she seemed really warm. She will turn around and she'll go, "Tiskar, hi, you're back."
Tiskar's like still holding like a very bloody cloth in his hand, so he quickly kind of like ducks it behind his back, or kind of like boop, maybe like under the table. He's standing next to the table.
Make a
And,
stealth check.
Am I good at stealth? I don't actually know.
I don't know. We'll see if she sees.
Not bad.
20.
Okay, she doesn't notice.
Filthy 20.
Yeah, she doesn't notice.
Filthy fucking 20. He says, Danica,
Are you guys back? Where's Dane?
he is speaking to Mother. Business.
Ah, I see. As you look at her, you see there's like dark circles under her eyes. She is a bit haggard looking, and she like immediately like sits down and is like taking her feet off. She's wearing a white coat with a little armband that has like a medical symbol on it. And you can see her, she's like pulling her hair down, and then she just leans back in her chair and she's like, 12
Handbreaker work.
hour shifts are rough.
Working with the Fangbreakers.
I mean, I'm a medic. I guess it's working with the Fangbreakers, but I treat all of the gladiators, even the visiting ones. I was treating your friend Salith earlier.
He just kind of almost like scoffs as he starts to kind of like try to like maneuver around behind her to the point that she doesn't see like the
Yeah.
bucket of bloody water and like the bloody kind of
You're being all
cloth that he
suspicious.
has.
She notices your scoff.
Yeah.
She's like, "What? Do you have a problem with Fangbreakers?"
No. No. They pay well.
Yeah, they do. And she holds up her little like income that she got for the day.
How much does healing work pay?
I have that written down somewhere. They pay about 5 gold a day. It's not the best, but it pays for the. And then she gestures to the house.
Seems good.
Yeah. It's all right.
There's-
It's not going to get us a new place to live. Wouldn't let us get a cart out of here, but, you know.
His car's a lot more awkward as he's trying to like boop 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 boop, kind of get to the sink.
What
Or,
are you doing?
or like a window.
Do you need
Nothing.
help?
No, I'm fine.
Roll deception.
Fuck, am I good at deception?
Just for reference, everyone, 5 gold a day. I made a wages table. Low end wages for a full day's work, which is like 10 to 12 hours, would be 5 gold. It goes up from there, but obviously adventuring is going to be way more able. So that's like a modest living is what you could get with that 5 gold a day. Yeah, you're lying really well, but she's still kind of like, you're acting weird. Are you going to go visit Rowan?
I do not know.
What do you
It was
mean?
a difficult day today. It was a difficult day today. I am tired. Besides, I hear the mother's love is busy tonight. I doubt he has time to talk.
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose. It's kind of been busy everywhere around here. The fights are getting more frequent.
What is the reason?
Well, the Fangbreaker tournament usually brings in, like, big heavy hitters, which brings in audience, which brings in merchants, which brings in money, and it kind of just really supercharges our economy.
Do they come from
All over
outside of
Zelatar.
Rosewood?
Oh, yeah. Rosewood is tiny compared to the rest of the city.
But not outside of Zelatar.
The only people I know about outside of Zelatar are the clans from the Blood Plains, but they're more nomadic. There's no towns or cities out there. They would all get trampled by demons.
Yes. If you live outside of walls, you must never stay in one place for too long.
Right. Did you know the Fangbreakers are originally from there? Like 10 years ago, maybe 15, I don't know. They migrated here.
He actually kind of stops being awkward for a second, and he kind of looks at like Danica, and he says, "Why would the nomadic tribe give up their freedom?"
I don't know, you'll have to ask Gaius that. He's the leader. But they settled here like a little over a decade ago. Started the fighting pit, brought a lot of wealth to Rosewood, actually. I think he was a gladiator before he came here. He fought in the pits. There is like a whole fighting ring out in the wilderness, but it's a little bit worse. The gladiators aren't free. They don't make the money that they bring in. They serve their masters. Very different than how Gaius runs things. All of the gladiators here are kind of like, I don't know, would you call them independent contractors? They make good money, but they get a lot of bumps and bruises.
Regardless, it is odd.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe he got tired of seeing the people he loved slaughtered.
If that was the case, then why would he continue to fight?
I meant slaughtered by demons. I think he likes to fight. You know, a demon lord rampages out there. Yanagu.
You know who?
Yeah. He's like a giant gnoll, but meaner. He just runs around out there, destroying everything. It's a hard life. That's why everyone stays here. It's better to risk the gangs than it is to risk that.
Where I am from, it is the weather that attacks you.
That sounds like some really scary weather.
It is. Especially when the weather has eyes.
You have a demon lord too, huh?
He just kind of silently nods.
So do we. And then she gestures to her 6 little horns poking out of her hair.
So he gave you a gift.
That's one way to see it. I think we just become born this way.
I suppose. At least better than the gift that I received. And he kind of like raises his neck and points to like the deep scar in his neck.
Ooh. What happened there?
He kind of he just tenses up.
Oh, you don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
Doctor confidentiality. Sorry.
I do not wish to relive the moment.
I understand. If you ever need help, though, if you have any bumps or bruises or anything that needs setting or stitched up, just let me know.
He nods.
And if you don't want to go down to the infirmary, it's kind of crowded in there. I could always do it here. I have my supplies.
Danica,
Yeah.
do you treat magical wounds in your time?
I've tried. I don't have the gift. Everything I do is physical. I'm more of a medic. I never caught on to magical healing, so I can alleviate
No.
physical symptoms. I just can't cure magical ailments.
No, I mean, in your time, have you seen magic cause harm?
I mean,
Not to other people, but to its creator.
Oh, I suppose I've seen, like, if someone tries to use fire magic and they let it get out of control, they can burn themselves.
Do they typically live?
Depends on how bad the burn is, I guess. You know, if you throw a fireball on top of yourself, well, let's hope you're fast on your feet. Magic is
Suppose it makes sense.
dangerous. You should definitely be careful if you're experimenting with it. You should find a mentor.
I am not magically inclined, he says, very shifty-eyed.
Roll deception.
Damn it.
Every time you say shifty-eyed or I'm bumbling around, you're getting caught. And she goes, well, I know that you're not magically inclined, and I'm certainly not magically inclined, but if I was, I would ask somebody who was for advice.
Yes. I am certain there are many good teachers in Zelatar.
Maybe one of your friends knows a thing or two about casting spells.
Perhaps.
If you're sticking around, I can get dinner started.
Clams again.
No, I got something else. She jingles her money. And then she holds up. You didn't notice, but whoever has walked her home placed a grocery bag on the inside of the door before she closed the door. Every time.
Can I like smell what it is?
I think that you notice there's some meat cuts in there. There's some veggies poking out, some bags of spices.
I would not say no.
All right, but you have to
Yes, for
help me.
certain.
My feet are killing me.
You and me both.
So yeah, you guys are gonna start cooking dinner. Let's dip back to Rin. I would say it's been about 2 hours. You've finished copying one of your recipes over. You hear a little knock.
Who is it?
It's me. Why are you staying up so late? Grimm's voice.
Well, I found some interesting writings in a tower that we explored earlier, and it's
What are
it's
you
had its musings.
exploring towers? What are you doing, boy?
I'm out there adventuring with my friends.
He kind of like walks down the stairs. He's like holding onto a banister and he's got like a little crutch because his foot hurts. Got that audiobook. That was nice of you. Good reader. He's got a good voice.
Well, hopefully, Danica and her, medical prowess was able to fix your leg a little.
She never showed up. I guess she got busy at work. It's fine. I'll go see her at her little clinic or job or whatever.
Is you gonna be okay to walk on that leg? It don't look great.
I'll ask that audiobook to walk me over. Just give me some change so I could tip him.
Oh yeah, I got some left over from translating these alchemical catalysts.
He kind of like tries to look at what you're working on, but then gets frustrated because his eyes are too cloudy and just kind of right. Well, when you're done, and he looks a little embarrassed, I would think it might be fun if the two of us went and looked at some titties.
Well, man, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. I mean, whatever takes your mind off of that pain on your leg.
I think that would definitely distract me from the pain in my leg. And I figure if the titties are big enough, I might be able to see them through the cloud over my eyes. If not, maybe I could feel some.
I mean, stranger miracles has happened. Looking at boobies ain't, that far away from. I don't know where to go with this conversation.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just shut
finish
up.
this.
Shut up, I'm getting anxious and I'm gonna go put on an eye shirt.
All right, well, we'll go see them honkers in a little while. All right.
Gabriel, that was not a Boston accent. That was a Southern accent, and he has a Southern accent because Ren has a Southern accent, and they're from the same place, and we need variety.
Good
Your guys'
God.
faces always break me. Okay. Yeah, you guys.
Amazing.
No, please read silence. The comment. Get yanking it to some.
Jeez.
Oh God. Grim was really embarrassed to ask, but he just, he wants to get out of the house, man. Okay.
Ren's gonna just go, Hank, you got this. You gonna, manage all this writings and stuff. I gotta take good old Grim out to
I
see
don't
some.
know how to write, but I will put all your pens in the right drawers. I will clean it right up, and then can I please go home and sleep?
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Have fun. Unking some titties.
Well, hot diggity dang. I think you need to have some fun too. So here's a platinum piece for your night.
So this is way too much. This is like a month's worth of rent. He is holding this platinum piece like he's never seen this much money in his life.
Get yourself something nice to eat. And,
I am gonna
get some good rest.
buy- How many marshmallows do you think I could buy with this?
Probably like a 20-pound bag, something like that.
All right, and he puts it in his little pocket, and he's like, I'll get this cleaned up right away, sir, and I'm gonna go get some marshmallows.
Sounds good.
Next time you come home, you're gonna see like 3 carts with marshmallow bags behind them. All right, so
I think at this point, Dane's walking back to his house, and like maybe he runs into Julius, maybe he doesn't. I haven't
yeah,
figured that out.
are
if
Dane
that's
and
the password or
Salif
not.
sticking together, or are you separating?
I'm leaving Mother's Milk.
Mother's
After
milk,
that.
Mother's love.
Mother's
Mother's-
Love, sorry.
sorry,
Mother's
what-
Milk is the boys. That's different.
No, that's like
Different fandom.
titties.
Sorry, guys.
Mother's milk is kind of it's look. That's what people who like the titties call
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. That's the newest drink at the Mother's Love.
Mother's milk. Don't ask what's in it.
Yeah, don't ask. Mother's Love. I'm leaving Mother's Love to go back to my house.
Okay, if you're doing that, then you will see Julius and Hale together starting to enter Mother's Love.
Dane, like, as he sees him, he just goes, oh, Hale, Julius, surprising to meet you here.
He kind of hangs his head and kicks a rock and puts his hands in his pocket and sulks.
Hey, Julius, do you have a second?
Hi ho, yeah. Whatever you need. Do you need me to go get you something, or tell someone something, or hold something for you? Or...
No, nothing like that. I just, gosh.
Do you need to use the bathroom?
No.
There's an outhouse.
Hold
that
on. Let me
way.
find it.
don't have all day.
I'm sorry for blowing up at you. It won't happen again.
Roll performance. Six.
I have a +3 to performance. Oh no.
He
I
kind
mean,
of
it's not a good performance. It really isn't.
He twitches
but
his eye and says, "I appreciate that. I hope you have a nice evening." And he does an awkward little bow, and then grabs a Hale, like loops his arm around Hale to try to like hurry into Mother's Love.
Right.
Hale, do you do anything or say
As-
anything?
As Hale is getting dragged off, he's going to nod at Dane, but also say very quickly, your apologies really need some work.
I'm not used to them.
I'll get used to them.
Dane doesn't say anything to that. He just turns around and walks away. As I get to my house, is there anything my passive perception picks up
What's
to indicate that somebody was with Danica?
I don't know. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 9.
No. Not only do you not have any passive perception, your brain cannot fathom that she would even need anyone to walk her home.
Yeah. She's great. Everything's great. No. So in that case, Dane just walks in. And he looks over to Danica and just goes,
You smell instantly a very savory smell of like a meat roast with herbs and spices and veggies, and it just like it's warm inside. It smells great, and you can hear Danica's like melodic giggles and Tizkar's kind of gruff chuckles as they're preparing dinner together.
Dane will walk over to Danica, or walk into the kitchen and just go,
Oh, hi, Dane.
Danica, I think I might be bleeding.
What?
And then Dane at 8 HP
Oh
this
God.
entire time has not healed
She
himself, just like drops to his
slams-
knees
she-
and then like
She slams the cooking utensils into Tizkar's hands and quickly like grabs you and like walks you over to the couch and starts like, "What happened to you? What is going on?" And she's like opening up your shirt and like,
They're,
"Tizkar, can
like,
you
the
get my tools?"
there's like a break in the chainmail, and then like that's where the wound is. Definitely.
As Tizkar's
bleeding out.
as Tizkar's walking back, he kind of sits down the tools, and as he goes back to the kitchen to like take over cooking, he just kind of leans over and says, "Like I said, rough day."
He actually grabs Tizgar as like you're walking away. He goes, "Don't look under the rug." And
Yeah,
then let's go.
just listen to whatever he says. I need my sewing kit.
He says,
It's under the armoire.
It's under the rug. I was expecting.
No, armoire. It's under the armoire.
I need my sewing kit. It's under the rug. Don't look under the rug.
What is an armor here?
It's that. And she points to a piece of furniture.
Oh, he runs over to the furniture and
She's going to pull out a bottle of whiskey and start pouring it on the spot on the wound. And she's going to start
Dane
dressing
grabs
it.
it after she's done and like takes a drink of it through his mask.
Yeah. Okay, let's, before you guys go there, let's go back to Salith. What are you doing after Dane leaves you?
I guess she'd be really close to like the Fang Breakers kind of training like tower. And yeah, she is also I think looking to take a bath and
You
just kind
know,
of relax for a little bit.
right next door to Mother's Love is a bathhouse. It's actually on this map. So yeah, you walk out the street. You have some jingle in your pocket. You've always wanted to take a bath here. It's a little pricey, but you can afford it now for tonight.
She does not.
You go inside. There's some nice incense in here. It's like dimly lit. This place is super vibes. Here, I'll stick you in where it is. Boop.
Ooh.
Yeah. There is a deep dwarf girl with white hair and lavender skin. Her hair is in braids. It's like dyed pink halfway up the tips, and she's wearing like a nice little like spa outfit. She's just like, "Welcome to Rejuvenation. Are you here for a bath?
Yes.
All right, would you like to have our smaller, more intimate rooms, or would you like to have our larger communal room?"
What is the difference in price?
She'll point to like a little menu. It is both are within your price range, a couple silver for the one and like a gold piece for the other.
Communal is fine.
All right, no problem. If you just come over here, and she like leads you to like a little table. Inside, she hands you a robe, some fresh towels, a little mint, like just like a whole little spa kit. I do warn you, it is a little steamy in there, so watch your step. We wouldn't want you slipping. If you need any help at all, my name is Elodie.
Thank you.
You walk in here. Boop. It is super steamy in here. It's a really big round pool that's marble. It's around the edge. You'll like see different individuals just kind of minding their own business, like laying back with their like towel over their face. Most of them are males, probably, you can guess, might have been recent customers to Mother Love, but there's also sitting in there a womanly figure, tall, long. She has her hair's wet from being in there. It's like silvery blonde. And she's just sitting there. It's kind of obscure. You can't get like a great look at her face. But you notice her like noticing you as you walk in, and she just kind of shifts to like a different position. Almost like she wants to be in a more flattering position.
Sayla is not shy with her body, so she's gonna just like drop her robe and get into the water. Not like directly beside her, but close enough that they could have a conversation.
Okay. Oh no. So there's ad happening right now. Would you guys like to take a 5-minute break before we continue, just so the chat can experience this interaction? Is that okay with everybody?
The suspense of the steam house is upon us.
Yeah. So you
The bathhouses.
sit in the scene and you're
Two bros.
Two bros, yeah.
Sitting in the bathtub.
Also, chat can't see the bathhouse if
Oh,
there
let me
is
fix
a thing.
it.
Yeah.
let me-
Okay.
I
Are we
don't
taking a
Yeah.
10?
take a 10. I'm gonna put Haleth in here. Haleth is not actually in here. Haleth. Sorry.
Haleth.
Sorry.
Aelith. Oh, do we have a ship
Sorry,
name?
yeah, our celebrity.
Hail.
I'm gonna just put Hale in here as a watcher. I'm gonna go ahead eventually.
So watcher, pardon
As a
me.
watcher,
For the chat.
Ah, yes.
I want the chat to see. Get happy.
Any watchers in chat?
Okay, 10 minutes and then let go. Okay, BRB.
Hi, chat. Hi, Poof.
Why hello?
Yeah. Can I help you, cat? No.
The,
Okay.
the floofs be upon ye.
She is meowing at me from just outside of my office. Hi, Erudite. Floof life. Yes. One of my floofs is very wants all the attention.
I'm back. How's everyone else doing?
Okay.
Oh,
just
wait,
need
good.
one to continue wearing the
Yeah.
outer jacket thing.
That's fair. How's everyone doing? Are you guys having fun? This isn't, this is like one of those character relationship building episodes.
I have signed myself up to be camp mom.
I have, let's see, we started at 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we have 2 hours left of gameplay time. Is that right? I get the timing confused because
I think
daylight
it's 1
saving time.
hour.
We end in 1
1
hour?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's 8 right now. It's not 7. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna make sure. We might not get to everything I had planned today. It's fine. We'll just get we'll get as far as we can go, and then. But I have some fun stuff coming in. Oops. I also have a
Hello.
whiskey. Hello. Buff, your face in reaction to your sister
Yeah.
being walked home was so satisfying for me. You have no idea.
Who the heck thinks that they're worthy? I don't get it. Which ant among a queen would ever be worthy of that? She's only 25. She's not ready for that.
I know. It was Baxter.
How
Oh,
dare
shit.
they?
You guys want? I think you've already seen this. This is my Yanagu mini.
Oh yeah.
Look how cool that is.
It's
He does look like
Yeah.
Warwick, doesn't he?
Oops.
Little Warwick, yeah.
I feel like Warwick is the perfect representation as to what's going on in the Blood Plane. It's just rampaging
Yeah.
demons with him at the forefront. All right. Okay. Ellie, do you want to finish eating or do you want to jump in? You want to jump in? Okay. All right. So you sit next to this woman. As you get kind of closer, you're not all open her space, but close enough for voice. You take her in. She has an attractive figure. She's young looking. She has really long hair that kind of like her hair is like curling around, covering her boobs. She's got like teacup sized boobs. Important detail.
Sorry, teacup size?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like a teacup. you know, like
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
you've got teacup boobs and you've got wine glass boobs, you know.
Mm.
Pardon me.
What? We'll have to talk about this later.
Okay.
So, um, yeah, she notices you sit, and again, very foggy in here. You can't really see much, but you kind of notice like the corner of her mouth kind of like curls in a little smile. She doesn't say anything though.
Yeah, Salith is gonna sort of like, relax into the water and kind of put her head back. And after like a minute or two, she's gonna sort of like turn her head over to this person. Are you here with all the increase in activity with the tournament?
You could say that. Are you?
No.
One of Mother's then? I don't think I've ever met you before.
I was going to ask you the same thing.
No, I'm just a spectator.
Is that so? What do you like to spectate?
There's something entertaining about two people going at each other, trying to rip each other's throats out for money.
Gulp? No.
Steam picks up.
She kind of leans in a little bit closer, and then she kind of gestures to two people who are sitting next to each other across the way, slightly out of earshot. One on the left is a visiting fighter. I heard him talking to the one next to him. I think she's a visiting courtesan, actually. They just met tonight. They're getting to know each other. It's really cute. She doesn't know that he was in here a few hours ago with another courtesan, saying the same lines. He doesn't know that she knows, because the other is her coworker.
And so what? You sit in bathhouses and collect gossip?
Gossip can be worth a lot to the right person.
I agree.
So what do you do?
Well, I do many things, but recently I have been training to fight.
You? You're a
Don't you
gladiator
look
too?
so surprised while training to be, yes?
Huh. You have such a pretty face, though. You know they always get fucked up in the fights.
Not if I can help it.
Well, I'll make sure to put a few coins on you if I see you in the pit. What can I call you?
Salith. She puts her hand up.
Salith.
And
She-
you are?
You can call me Sarah.
Sarah. Salith is going to detect thoughts.
Oh, God. Okay. Are you doing this with quiet spell? Are you using meta magic to hide the fact that you are casting detect thoughts?
No, but let me see. Okay. She's gonna try to be subtle about it, but no, there's no meta magic that
Then
she's cast.
okay, then we'll bend rules a little bit. I'd say that because the fog here is helping conceal, I will let you do it and cast a stealth roll, but give it to me as a blind GM roll. I want to look at this result. I don't want you to know what the result is because she might react differently.
Stealth.
Yes. Are you able to see that result, or was it a blind DM check? Okay.
Blind.
So you kind of like underneath the fog, maybe like put your hand underwater so that you can do your or your somatic component. And you peel back into her mind, and her surface thoughts. Let me think so I can give you the best answer for this. Her surface thoughts are very much, she really does have a pretty face. It's going to be such a shame to ruin something like that. And then as you're kind of like gleaning that, she'll speak up again. Have you fought before in a ranged fight scenario?
Not like this. No.
Can I give you some advice?
From experience.
I've gotten my hands dirty. She holds up her hand, and there are some like massive scars across her knuckles and the top of her hand.
By all means.
You look like someone who knows their way around magic.
Like a slow incline of her head.
Don't look so ashamed. You have soft hands. If you're going to use magic, you need to remember that they are going to be in your face. This is a close range fight. Don't worry about close range or long range spells. You need to take them out as fast as possible and deal as much damage as you can before they get too close. Because if you try to cast when they're in your face, you will be at disadvantage. So if you know any spells that are guaranteed to hit, that's your best bet.
Thanks for the advice.
You got it, Dollface. And then she kind of like stands up, butt-ass naked, turns around, grabs a towel, and then gives you like a little, like, not a curtsy or just like a little, and then strolls out.
Sailor is gonna put her head back and close her eyes.
All right, you allow the steam to cover you. Dane, you said you're heading back to Danica's house?
I thought we were
you
already
did.
there.
You already did. Sorry.
but
Sorry.
yeah.
I'm like jumping around.
No, you're good.
Okay. Then let's quickly jump to Hale and Tiskar. You go inside. Are you going to go see Mother, or are you going to... Or not Hale and Tiskar, sorry. Hale and Julius.
Hale will go inside with Julius, yes.
You going up to see Mother?
Yep.
The door is slightly cracked. Julius is like kind of wringing his hands. He's like, all right, so I don't know, okay? I don't know where it is. I've never heard of it. I just, she can't know. She can't know. She can't know. She can't know.
Gopher, he can probably hear you from the door.
She's so scary.
Yes, I know.
Why?
Let's just get it over with.
Okay, he's gonna like pop his head in sideways and goes, "Hi ho, it's me, Mother, Julius." And then she, who was like,
Sure, man.
he pops in and she's like, Julius, my young little speck. And is that Hale behind you? You're home, safe and sound.
As promised.
Thank you. I was starting to worry about your competence. But I see you are actually, in fact, competent. I'll make sure you are rewarded. Go talk to Zaz. And you can let Saleth know that she will get her... How many nights did I say she could have? 2? Was it 2 nights? 3 nights? 3 nights. With the courtesan of her choice.
You know that's going to be big.
Yes. Maybe you should let Saleth know that Meg is going to be very busy and that she should take the business. She needs the money.
I will pass that on to her.
Good. And tell her to stay clear of that debt collector.
Hale is going to sort of take that as a dismissal and like pat Julius very lightly to reassure him.
He
and
like
then-
flinches. Now, Hale, do be a good skeleton and stand outside the Mother's Love, maybe hold a sign, twist it around. You can wear any of my gowns, they all look great on you. I need to speak to Julius alone now.
We need to go find one of the misfits very quickly, but I will be back within the hour, I promise.
Great. Oh, and before you go, it looks like we're going to be having an influx of business. So if you would like to be on official payroll, I can adjust. I can make that happen, and I can put in a good word and get you your own room.
That would be best. I think I'm going to be awake for far more
Good.
than I want to be.
You don't want to miss this, darling. Now,
There's not many things I want to miss.
close the door behind you. Julius, have a seat, please. Julius is like,
I'll go find you after I come back, Julius.
well, I'll
then he
be...
goes out.
Yeah, you close the door. Okay. Where are you going?
Then Hale's gonna go to Dane's house to look for T's car.
You knock on the door. T's car, you're the only one with hands to open.
Are they still patching up?
Yeah.
Got it. He's like in the middle of like he's put on like a little apron that says like "kiss the cook," and he's just like he's like he has like a pan in one hand and like a wooden spoon in the other, and he just like kind of walks over to the door and he like turns around and he just uses his tail to kind of like pop open the door.
Hale's gonna pause as he takes this in and it's like, they've domesticated you.
It is only because Dane needed treatment. Do not get used to the sight.
I'll be sure to burn it into my brain.
I suspect that is sarcasm.
Oh, you're learning.
He just kind of like turns and walks back to the kitchen as he's like put the food back down.
Hale,
on the-
if you could smell, it would smell so good in here.
He can't smell, but he's gonna walk in and just assume. Hi, Danica.
Danica is sitting there
Tax collector.
sewing Dane up right now. Dane, you can speak, just don't move.
Oh, I'm not here for him.
Okay. Dane, you're still allowed to speak, just don't move.
Is he?
Oh, good. Hale's here to finish the job.
Is Hale the one who did this to you?
Partly.
She whirls around. Oh, yeah, because you have a slash across your face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
As soon as Danica like whirls around, I stop her and go, I'm pretty sure I deserved it.
Dane?
He was intimidating Julius again.
Her face
Oh!
goes... Yeah, she stabs a little deeper. You were being bad. You were being mean to that poor sweet boy, that orphan. Dane, how could you? He has done
the needle.
nothing
It's
wrong.
really deep.
We talked about this.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
said
yeah, there
I
you go.
already.
This is the
already
first
said
legitimate sorry you've ever heard out of Dane. She pulls
He does it
out.
quite easy actually.
I said I said it to Julius too.
You better. You can't do that.
Thank you.
Hale, I don't know if you
should
eat,
listen
but
to
if you
reason.
want anything, the kitchen is open.
I do not, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Okay.
Lizard, I have a question for you.
And I have an answer.
Why did you ask me if magic hurts?
He's kind of like ting ting ting, you know, like the wooden spoon is kind of like hitting like the edges of the pot as he's like stirring, and it just kind of goes ting 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 ting, and it just stops. I suggest we take this outside.
You do magic. Or you do know magic, you liar.
He actually he does not turn he does not turn to look at Danica. He just pretty much completely ignores her as he just kind of like dunk dunk, and he goes and like grabs his staff, seemingly out of
let
habit.
the food burn while you're...
Just
Oh,
turn it on
and he-
low, it'll be fine.
Tizkar like squints down and he's trying to find which one's low, and he goes, "Okay,
I'm impressed you can read. All right.
I am not uneducated."
Well, I don't think lizard folk are commonly taught how to read common, but
Rowan taught me.
anyway. As he's stepping outside, ignoring the fact that the door is still open with
Yeah.
Danica stitching up.
Danica
Yeah.
is chewing Dane out, reminding him about neighbors and friends and community.
Just slowly closes the door. Click. As he turns back around and says, "So you know Rowan taught me how to read and speak common."
I did not, but that makes sense.
He is a surprisingly good teacher.
I'm sure he's taught you plenty, but that's not why I'm here. You asked me why magic hurts, and you seem, as much as I know I'm a thing to look at, a gem perhaps, but you were staring at everyone rather hard after you stumbled through the portal covered in blood. What did you see?
He kind of like looks around. Is there like a bench outside or like
Sure.
a patio that they have?
So each of the tenements are like kind of like tightly together with like a really skinny walkway in between them that empties out into the bigger street, and there are benches outside of the houses that you can. It's pretty close to the next door neighbors' doors. I'll have a map for you guys so it makes more sense, but yeah.
His car kind of stops as he looks at Hale. And you see him kind of glance over to where the bench is, and he just simply says, "Come," as he starts to slightly limp over to where the bench is.
That's
And when
not
he gets
usually
there-
what people tell me, but all right.
He slowly sits down on the bench, and he kind of like leans on like his staff as he turns to a Hale, and he says, "It is no surprise that my culture is significantly different from this culture. Where I come from, we look forward to one specific sentiment in our lives. Keli Sara. The moment of ascension. I believe you call yours heaven.
Do we?
It depends on which religion you believe in.
Yeah. So Hale is going to say, "Do we?" Anyway, continue.
When we pass on to this Kelisra, this heaven, we meet the Lancreo, the All Soul. It is the amalgamation of every lizard folk, every one of us that has been, is, and will be.
That sounds like a mass of tails, but okay.
It is a. His like face kind of furrows, and he says, "Now that I ponder it, it's more like a star." But anyway, we have fallen out of contact with the All Soul for a very long time now. Our shamans have been corrupted long ago. But when I stepped through the portal, I did not find myself in that room. I found myself in front of the All Soul. After spirits know how long of silence. I was not able to glean much, for our time was short. But all that I know is that my people are in danger. I am in danger. And from the information that I have, and he turns to look at Hale, seems you are in danger as well.
Danger. How?
What happens when you die?
I wouldn't know.
In your culture, what is typically believed?
Well, Drow are a different case, but from what I remember of the surface elves, they go to somewhere called Arvandor, and anyway,
You just gloss over, demon pits and Lolth. You're like, I don't want
Yep.
to talk about that.
Yep.
The Spider Queen takes us into her depths and cocoons us where we become Yaklal.
Yeah.
If you were to die, there would be no Evandor.
I mean, we don't go to Drow don't go to Arvandor. But anyway,
Wherever.
yes.
Wherever you are supposed to go, you will not go there.
Sounds wonderful.
The Abyss is taking over. Slowly. More so than it already is.
Right? So let me reiterate what you've said. Within the few seconds that you followed behind us, you went and met a ball of light. Found out that you're in danger and I'm in danger? Because the Abyss is taking over. Like it has been for the past several hundred years. Or 100 or so years. I don't remember what history is here, but
When you put it like that, you make me sound insane.
you are insane.
Yes, that is not the first time I have heard that. But this is something different. We have lived in this abyss-ridden world for God knows how long. Spirits know how long, fuck.
It's okay. I do it all the time. If you can't think of what to say, just say grass is cock.
Cock. We have lived in this abyss-ridden world for spirits knows how long,
Hmm.
and yet, despite everything we have survived, we have prevailed. Both my kind and
Fast
yours.
forward a little bit. I'm sorry to cut you off. Why did you ask? You shoot a bow. Why did you ask if magic hurts? That's why I'm here.
Because I believe what should not be has been. And as he says that, he this entire time has been kind of like holding onto his staff, and as he like slowly kind of like lets go, that blue flame starts to kind of return and like dance and tickle across his hand. And as it does, his scales start to crack again, and like little seeps of blood start to like trickle down, and you see like him kind of like clench his hand.
I'm going to also introduce to you a Tizkar unique mechanic.
Oh boy.
In the last episode, you were able to kind of see the presence of souls. That is something that was really turned on because you had just spoken to the All Soul. If you ever want to tap into that, you can, but it does come at a cost. If you hyper focus, you could detect the presence of souls, but it requires a Constitution saving throw. And regardless, if you make it or not, it's like a concentration check. If you succeed, you will be able to see it. If not, you won't. In either case, you will be taking psychic damage. So there is a cost to this, but you could do that at any time you want to.
Okay.
And I'll write that up as a feature for
Yeah.
you and put it in your character sheet.
Okay. As his hand kind of like curls and he kind of hisses in pain, he kind of grabs the staff again as the fire kind of subsides and the wounds kind of almost start to like not heal but start to like close up a little bit. We have not had a true shaman in decades. And yet here I am.
Did you just somehow become a shaman in the blink of an eye?
It appears so. But they did not use the word shaman. Tell me, does the name, term, oracle mean anything to you?
Not in the sense of magic. I mean, there's divination with augury and clairvoyance. That's the closest I can think of.
What I can do is reminiscent of a typical shaman. And yet they call me an oracle.
So that
Even if-
fire is your magic, and it burns you when you try to use it?
It is mine. Yet I do not control it. It does not listen to me. I do not know how.
I am not what you are saying as like an oracle, but I am a wizard. A dark singer is what we are called, but I could attempt to teach you and see if it quells the fire and lets you direct it.
I would be in your debt, Ishkreo.
What does that mean? You keep calling me that.
You walk in between the veil, do you not?
I'm not wearing a veil. What are you referring to?
Between the living and the dead.
Hale goes quiet at that and kind of reaches out and like presses on where the cracks were opening. Do not ever. Just don't.
He kind of like winces as he kind of yanks his hand away. Very well. But just so you are aware, Hale, our past is like a river. No matter how much you try to run from it, no matter how far you try to move, it will. It will never stop rapidly approaching.
Were you staring at us because you could see people's pasts? I mean, my past is long, long gone.
I cannot see your past, but I can see the result. When I spoke with the All Soul, I do not know how to explain it. Then another sense opened up. I believe I can see souls, spirits. I still am not entirely certain. What I do know is that yours was different. Very much so.
I mean, was it prettier or something?
Fucking Hale is so vain.
I do not know if I would describe it as pretty.
Rude.
But I would describe it as safe.
Safe? What does that mean?
Tizkar, he kind of like reaches out, almost like without thinking, and as the fire comes back, he kind of winces and goes back to his staff. As he says, "Your soul is bound, Ishkreo. Whether it be a boon or a curse, I do not know."
By who? Or what? You really don't make sense.
It is difficult to make sense in strange times. But the truth of the matter is, I simply do not know. I've caught a glimpse of something no mortal should truly see. Not, at least without extensive training. My kind are brought up from birth in order to deal with this. And yet, I was not.
You sure do love speaking in cryptic messages. So, I got my answer that you're insane. You see strange things, and you need help learning how to channel your magic. Does that about sum it up?
It does not sound too far off.
I'll go find you tomorrow. I can attempt to teach you. I don't know how well you dance, but
Rowan has taught me a dance or two.
I mean, if Rowan has taught you, then I probably would trust him.
I believe I can. What is the saying? Hold my own. But do you really need to dance to channel your spells?
It's how I was taught.
I don't know, it seems odd. But at this point, I'm willing to try anything.
We'll try it tomorrow morning. I'll come find you. You should go inside and finish making dinner for Danica and the tax collector. I have more questions than I have answers now, but that can be answered later.
He kind of leans on his staff and stands up. And he kind of like looks down at Hale. And as he starts to like walk past Hale, but then he stops. And he says very simply, "Thank you, Hale." And then he maneuvers around and goes to open the door.
As you open the door, the waft of smell and the scolding of Danica and Dane just like, yeah, I need to move to Salith. How long are you staying in the bath?
Yeah, she would stay there for like, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes to like just kind of soak and relax and wash herself.
I think that at the tail end of your bath, at a point where you're like kind of like leaned back, you got like a hot towel somewhere near your face, the door opens pretty abrasively and you hear like stomp, 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 stomp. And a figure walks right over you and looks right down at you. And it's kind of like hazy and blurry, but you see like a big mane of red hair.
She has like cucumbers on her eyes. And she just like, yes.
You see, have you met Bree before one-on-one?
Mm-mm.
You see a woman with broad, rounded shoulders, like muscular, lean, muscular woman wearing leather. She is not here to soak in the hot tub. She has this mane of red hair, spots kind of on her, like kind of yellow skin, like almost fur, like velvety fur, and a swishing red tail. And she looks down at you. Are you Salith?
Who's asking?
Bree.
Bree who?
She squats down. Bree fucking Fangbreaker. You need to explain why your name is in my tournament list and I've never met you before.
Oh, I believe it was Dane who signed me up.
All right, we're gonna have words. Are you done? Are you done? We need to talk.
You're more than welcome to join me. She kind of like gestures to the bath.
She looks at you, then she looks over at the two that you noticed, and she just goes, out! And they kind of like... I've never seen you before. You do not have a fighting record. You are scheduled to fight tomorrow night. Is that going to be a problem?
I suppose not.
Do you have any idea how this works?
Some.
Ay, Jesus. She looks like she's like trying to be patient. And then she slides into the tub next to you, fully clothed. She's like, oh yeah, that actually feels kind of nice. The tax collector ever tell you he used to fight in the pits?
He might have mentioned it.
Yeah, he got kicked out because he has no sportsmanship whatsoever.
That I am not surprised about.
And I noticed that he was downstairs training you.
Yes.
Okay, so do me a favor. Don't listen to anything he said. Everything he told you is probably trash. Yeah.
All things considering, I tried not to make a habit of taking anything he says seriously.
Okay, good girl. The pits are not a joke. I imagine you're here for money.
Yes.
And I imagine you are interested in the tournament.
Yes.
Nobody can just come off the street, sign up, and join the tournament. You need to have fights under your belt, which is what you're actually signed up for. You are signed up for a fight tomorrow. You need to win fights if you are going to be a competitor.
How many fights must I win?
It depends on a lot of stuff.
Humor me.
If I get you in 1 to 2 fights every day before the tournament, then you might qualify.
And why would you help me?
Because he fucking signed you up under the Fangbreaker name, and you are gonna make us look bad if you lose. First thing tomorrow, I want to see you with the others. We are running laps and going over drills. I will personally look over your training and see which class we will be setting you up with. There are several divisions. I don't know anything about you. I know you can cast Firebolt, which isn't going to help you.
What time tomorrow?
6 a.m.
She gives her like a mock salute.
Yeah. And then she like stands up. Water splashes everywhere, spills all over the thing. She slips a little bit. And then
You seem stressed, darling. Are you sure you don't want to come back in?
I am fucking stressed. This is the most stressful weekend of my life. I will be your trainer. I will introduce you to the other trainers. Tell Dane he is in big fucking trouble. Big fucking trouble. I'm gonna have to explain this to Gaius. Jesus fucking Christ. But she doesn't say Jesus Christ. She say every time I say Jesus Christ,
cock, yeah.
grass is cock.
Any specific threats you would like me to pass on to Dane? It would be my pleasure.
Yeah. You could tell him I am going to use him as a personal chew toy for Handsome.
Into his hands?
She goes, and the door bursts open, and this huge dire wolf bursts in and just belly flops into the water and it splashes everywhere. And you hear Elodie, oh no!
He is quite handsome.
He like paddles over and just.
All right. 6 a.m. tomorrow, and I would threaten Dane.
If I don't get to him first. She gets up. Oh, it was nice to meet you. My name is Bree. She hands out her hand. She's got like a little fur, some like claws on the tips of her fingers. She is very hyena coated.
Salith. She gives her a very firm handshake.
She respects that. Yeah, she'll turn tail and try not to slip as she walks out because there's water everywhere. Kratz H. Rooster. Yeah, I like that swear. Where are you going after your hot tub time?
She'll go back to Mother's Love.
Oh,
She
Meg
has
will
a-
immediately come find you. When she finds you, you can tell she's been drinking quite a bit. She's like gigglier and a little bit more loose, a little louder. She'll like find you and like kind of lean on you. She's like, I was wondering where you went.
Do you have any
Mother-
more clients?
Well, Mother did say you are entitled to a night upstairs, so you are technically my client right now.
Yes, you and I have some business. And she's going to take her and fling her over her shoulder. And spank her butt as she like takes her to the VIP room.
She's like that. She like leans over to Zaz and is like, "Send 2 bottles up," and he's like, "I don't want to see this." Okay, you guys go up to go have some fun. Does anyone else want to have any? Do you have scenes? Are we ending the day? Okay.
I would like to have a scene.
Okay.
Yeah. While me and Danica are alone, and she's continually berating me, Dane just puts a hand up to like silence her for a second and just goes,
So
Danica, I saw them this
Who?
morning.
who?
I'm not sure, but it looked like Sarah.
Sarah? She like kind of. It's been like 3 months. Is she okay? Did she look okay?
She didn't talk to me.
She can't. If anyone else sees her, she's gonna get killed.
I know.
Why do you think she came back?
Can't be for anything good.
Don't tell anyone, okay? You, get closer to your microphone.
I would never. You know that.
Do you think she's gonna come by the house?
If she's smart, no.
Why would she? Look, I know it really hurt you when she left, but she had to, okay? She had to. Gaius was gonna kill her.
Everybody leaves. And then he like puts a hand on her shoulder and he goes, I will not.
Well, good, because if you leave, then I'm leaving. I don't want to stick around this dump. She says that very
I'm
sarcastically.
not gonna leave you, idiot.
All right. Well, I'll keep my eye out. Just don't tell anyone about Sarah. If she shows up at the house, I'll make sure to keep her hidden.
Of course.
Do you think she's trying to reach out? Maybe you should
I
make
don't know what
yourself available for her. You know what I mean? Like, she would never approach you if you had people around.
Yeah. Maybe I should be alone.
Maybe you should go for a walk.
What do you know?
What do I know?
Is there something you're not telling me?
No, I know that with all the people coming in, I overheard something about one of the Gratz Chosen coming. I heard one of the masters of a palace is coming. That means a lot of trouble, you know? Maybe she's coming to warn you, or...
She's too smart to know that that won't work.
Yeah, but she loves you.
Listen, it's been a rough day.
She hands you the
gonna-
bottle of whiskey.
I take it, and for the first time, I drink without the mask, and put it down I get up. My stitches break, of course.
You
And
moron.
I just like limp my way over to my room. I open the door and I close it behind me. And before I like turn around to look into the room, I like close my eyes and I just go, please don't be here. Please don't be here. And
Oh no, I have a choice to make as a DM.
and then I turn around.
You know what? Okay, we have 10 minutes.
It's completely up to you. And we can also just leave it as a cliffhanger.
I know. Should we, guys? Should we resolve this now, or should we leave this as a cliffhanger?
I think we should leave it as a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Cliffhanger.
you know what? That will give me more time to prepare. Yeah, you say, please don't be here. Please don't be here. I feel like as you're thinking that, the scent of incense and vanilla is in the room, and that is where we will end the session. Good job, everybody. Whew. That was a
Whoa.
lot.
What? That's crazy. Who knew?
Oh my
No, why did you
goodness.
pick the cliffhanger?
All right. We got to talk to a lot of NPCs that session.
hmm
That was good. That was good. How we all feeling? We all feeling good? Okay. I did have some action planned, but we will get to that next week because y'all had some good sessionry.
Yeah.
Let's do some golden buzzers. Who wants to go first?
Dane. I would like to give mine to Dane.
Okay.
For the apology. It's so like perfectly Dane.
Yeah.
So awkward. Sorry. Yes. I love that.
Okay, who wants to go next? I'll start calling on you.
I'll go.
Okay.
I would like to give mine to Dane as well, just for the taking into account his battle damage and then taking into a scene. I thought that was pretty cool.
Thanks. Yeah,
Um,
Dane hides his pain until he doesn't need to anymore.
Okay. Buff, who are you giving yours to?
Oh gosh, I want to give mine to Grim for titties. Strictly just
That's
'cause
awkward.
titties.
Oh, I'm gonna say, Salem,
What
you
some titties.
absolutely saw Rin and Grim sitting right up at the stage, and
Yeah.
a really voluptuous courtesan just letting Grim motorboat her,
Yeah.
and Rin is just drinking his drink and like.
I want to I think I'm giving it to Hale simply because I like the way you're starting, like Hale is starting to like take interest and also like be the adult in charge of the little kids that are running around in the group. We're like, oh, you're like a new oracle, like priest that is like the keeper of all the souls. Like, let me teach you how to do that, you idiot. Like that seems like that's a lot for you.
Tizcar was
Let's-
just like trauma dumping all his backstory,
Yeah.
and Hale is like,
Okay.
He's like, bro, that's actually
right,
like a big
Buttercup."
responsibility. You might want to learn. Yeah, I love that.
Okay. Hold on, I forgot to write that down. You said you gave it to Tizcar? Or wait, no, you gave it to
I gave it a Hale.
Hale. Okay. Hale.
Tizcar was great.
for
Everybody was great.
Schooling the party. Okay. JTC?
Okay, Silver Buzzer to Scarlet for playing Mother in a terrifying way that was making me sweat, even though I had nothing to do with that scene.
That's good.
And also Silver Buzzer to Salith for picking up the succubus and spanking her.
Yeah. True.
But I'm gonna give Golden Buzzer to Hale for the really touching scene with Julius.
Yeah.
Aw. Okay, Ellie.
I'm giving mine to JTC for yeah, just getting more in-depth backstory into Tizkar's character, and yeah, I like that shit.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna
Need more
stay
lore.
in the habit of doing little lore write-ups for the sessions, like cheat sheets.
Yeah.
So, because I know that some of these sessions are a bit info dumpy, and I zone out all the time. So I'll make sure to write that, and I'll put it in the session notes channel for you guys, and then I'll put it in the Buta lore for the audience. Y'all did really good. I couldn't even pick who would have a golden buzzer just because everybody's scenes were so fun to engage with. And I feel like just a lot of the world is really starting to be established and set and easier to maneuver. I'll keep making maps in a way, and I'll like post like a big conglomerate of them all together so that you can kind of get a visual of where everything is. I think that's helpful. And we will reconvene next week because there's some fights coming up, and Salith has to keep her face pretty. Wouldn't want anything bad to happen to that.
Who won?
What?
We're off next week, right?
Who won?
Are we off next week?
Wait, are we?
Yeah.
No,
I thought we agreed to be off
Oh.
for Thanksgiving.
Oh, that is
The next
Thanksgiving.
It was next week.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. Okay, then December
Yeah.
1st. That just means more maps for you guys.
Also, not to humble brag or toot my own horn, but I'm pretty sure I fucking won. Get wrecked, nerds.
Actually,
Wait, what?
Is it a
Is
tie?
it a
it was
tie?
Hale and Dane.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
We totally didn't
Twinsies.
plan that.
New playlist coming soon.
All right, guys. I'll cut you loose.
Okay, wait.
Huh?
Before you do that, I just need to address chat specifically. Why do you hate our playlist? Why do you hate us?
What?
We put hours in.
Specifically, me and Ellie specifically put a lot of work into playlists for Dane, for Salith, and then Dane and Salith.
Yeah.
And then I got a very angry text from Ellie like halfway through the week. She's like, they're not listening to our fucking playlist.
Guys, go listen to the playlist. It's in Discord.
And I was like, oh my god, how fucking could they? We should
Hold
make.
on. I'm making a new channel right now in the public Buta channel that is playlists.
It's in lore.
I know, we're moving it to its own thing because
Okay.
it probably gets interrupted.
It's lore buried, yeah.
I think I put your
Anyway, we should make
playlist
more
on.
playlists. I think that'd be fun.
I
Make
think
playlists
I
for
put your
every
playlist on while I
character
was
and
doing
their
my makeup
pairings.
one day.
Ooh.
Let's see.
That's
And
very
I don't remember how I felt about it because that was a while ago. Okay. New category. Hold on. Wait. Yeah. New channel. Boop. We're calling this playlists. This is where oops. Let me make sure it's in a good spot. Okay. This is where you guys can put your character playlists.
As a very quick aside, my brain has made the Salith Dane ship name to be Sane, which neither of you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daleth is also fine.
Daleth, yeah.
Daleth.
Sane. Yeah.
I liked Haleth.
Ayla.
Elith.
And then we just gotta make Rinkar. How about that?
Aw.
Rinkar.
Tin.
Tin.
Use so many
Zag.
pairings.
Tin.
Honestly, unlimited pairings, to be honest.
Look, this is the dating sim D&D game. Everyone's on the table. It's like Baldur's Gate.
Right.
Everybody is polypan.
Actually, I'm sorry, Ren. I don't have titties, so
Dang.
I guess you just have to talk to me about cars.
Yeah, tis car.
Mother is on the table, but be careful what you wish for.
Mother. Yeah, be careful what you wish for. She was not happy.
You might end up on the table.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you might
she
be the
was,
table.
She was not pleased when Dane brought up Fia. I hope Dane picked that up. That was like a you better
Yeah,
shut your
no,
fucking
Dane
mouth
was-
right now.
Dane was that was a play that Dane chose. It was a calculated risk, but damn, is he bad at math?
I will say, if you had noticed, those of you who have been in her office, she has had the same vase of flowers in there. They've been around for like 3 or 4 months. They're dead now, and she keeps them there. And if you took an extra close look, they would have been signed from Fia.
Damn.
All right. On that note, I love you all. See you in a
Yeah.
few weeks. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends. Hold on. Let me pull up my thing. Guys, I forgot to answer the questions in the Discord, so we could do that right now if you want. Would you like some